If you're beautiful, you need to be on social media, and no, it doesn't matter if you don't know what to post. Tamara Kolonek went from being a pharmacy student to building a luxury global brand. But 99% of women will never experience that level of success because they're focusing on the wrong thing. I don't know what I'm good at. I don't have anything to offer. Why would anyone buy anything from me? When all you have to do is just clock in online. Leverage your beauty and femininity just by showing up and just by being seen, because you're going to attract an audience and they will tell you what they want to see from you. If they're always commenting on your hair, on your style, your skin, or how you carry yourself, they're literally telling you your unfair advantage that's going to get you paid for who you are, how you think, and not how many hours you work. Pretty privilege exists everywhere, especially on social media. Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to tell you that if you're pretty, you need to build a personal brand. The women who are thriving online, making money, getting podcast invites, and building authority, they're not just randomly lucky. They're being strategic. They've let themselves be seen. They're leveraging their beauty. They've learned how to stand out and how to be magnetic. And that's what I'm going to help you do today, because a magnetic personal brand is one of the most valuable assets that you could have as a woman, because beauty combined with visibility are currency. But before we talk about how to build a personal brand, let's first get clear on what a personal brand actually is. A personal brand is not something that you're selling. It's not a fictional character that you've created for social media. A personal brand is you, how you think, how you show up, your perspective, your hobbies, your interests, how you carry yourself, how you show up, where you show up, what you decide to share or not. And this all comes together to create your brand, whether you're online or offline. It's how people see you, what people say about you when you're not in the room, and the story that they've created of you that they believe to be true. I have finally created a society for women who want to be visible and paid, grow their platforms in a soft, feminine way, attract opportunities, and be a part of a girls' club with like-minded women who don't want to hustle like men and make money in a feminine way. All the details to join will be in the description box down below. The most common advice that I hear from social media and online gurus is that the first thing that you need to do if you want to be successful online is to pick a niche, like fashion, beauty, lifestyle, finance. But if you pay attention to people who have successful personal brands, they just showed up talking about what they loved, sharing what they were good at, giving advice from personal experience and professional expertise. Women like Nisha, who share personal finance advice from her accountancy expertise. Janae Naylor, who shared her love for fashion and style by bringing together high-end and affordable pieces. So instead of thinking about what's going to be the most profitable niche, think about what you're good at, what people come to you for advice for, what compliments you get from people, what you enjoy doing, and what you could talk about all day. And I'm not just talking generally, it has to be really specific to you. So if you're talking about fashion and you're in your 40s, you can share fashion for women over 40. The more specific you are to you, the more you're going to stand out and be magnetic, because no one else is going to have the same perspective as you. And when people land on your account, it's going to be abundantly clear who you are for, what you stand for, what you care about, what your views are, what your perspectives are. And that's what attracts an audience who are going to be invested in you, which creates a profitable personal brand. The next way to build a profitable personal brand is to identify what platforms you're going to show up on. Now, I know some of you could be thinking, well, Lorraine, you're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and you have an email list. But baby, this is 6 years in the making. I didn't just start creating content on all these platforms at the same time, because when I first started, I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't know what to post, how to do my thumbnails, what titles I should use, how the algorithm worked. I chose one platform to be my primary platform, which was YouTube. And once I knew what I was doing, how to show up, what to post, I then chose a secondary platform to show up on, which in my case was Instagram. How you decide on the platforms is also based on you, your strengths, and essentially what's going to make it easier for you to show up. There's no point in choosing Instagram if you don't care about visuals and aesthetics, because Instagram is a shallow app. There's no point in choosing YouTube if you know that you're not going to have the time to consistently film, edit, and upload. There is no point in choosing TikTok as a platform if you don't even use the app, if you don't even consume content on TikTok. Because not only are you not going to know what the style of content is over there, you're hardly going to be on the app, which means you're not going to be engaging with your community, which is so important when it comes to building a profitable personal brand. You also want to make sure that your content actually matches the platform. So fashion, beauty, and lifestyle is going to do extremely well on Instagram. Again, shallow app. FaceTime content, think pieces, story times, brief, snappy content are going to do really well on TikTok. Aspirational content like travel vlogs and luxury, and deep thinking content like social commentary, educational content will do amazing on YouTube. And for the girls who don't really want to be talking but can throw a fit, Pinterest is where you need to be. If you don't really want to be talking but you're a deep thinker, you have a lot of thoughts, perspectives, or professional insight, Substack is where you need to be. And it's not that you can't be on multiple platforms, because hello, I'm on 3. You just have to give yourself time to master one platform at a time, and also understand why you're showing up on that platform. So for me, Instagram is like a CV. If somebody watches my YouTube video and they want to know about me, my lifestyle, my business, behind the scenes, they will come over to my Instagram to check me out. TikTok is a discovery platform for me because it's easier to reach more people on TikTok. If people want to deep dive into the topics I talk about, they will then come over to my YouTube for the long form content. And YouTube is where I actually spend the time going into detail, explaining, deep diving, which sets me as an authority in my space, makes it easier for people to convert from just viewers to part of the community and potential customers. Okay, so once you know what to post and where to post, you now want to build a community and grow your platforms. You do this by realizing that social media isn't about you, it's about your audience, the people who are actually watching and engaging with your content. You didn't click on this video because you want to know more about me, that I'm a single mom, I'm an immigrant, I live in the UK, and I'm an only child. No. You clicked on this video because you want to know how to grow a personal brand as a beautiful woman. You want to hear a perspective that you haven't heard before. You want to learn. You want to be inspired into actually taking the action and showing up on social media, because that's something that's been on your mind for a long time. And it's not that you need to be making educational content. You need to be making valuable content. And ask yourself, if somebody's going to be watching this get ready with me, this outfit of the day, this vlog, what are they going to get from it? Are they going to be entertained? Are they going to be inspired? Or are they going to learn something? You can still do me content, so that's the person-centered content, but your audience has to be the center of it. And you have to be real with yourself. If you came across your own video, would you click on the video? Would you watch the whole video? Would you be entertained? Would you be inspired? Would you learn something? And if the answer is no on all of those questions, then you need to position yourself to be of value. So when someone is scrolling and they come across your content, it becomes a non-negotiable that they click on your video and they watch the whole way through. Better yet, that they like and they comment. People are always complaining about the algorithm not showing their content or being shadow banned. No, baby. Platforms want your content to do well, to be watched, to be liked, because that benefits their bottom line. For people to be on their platforms longer, served ads, and they make money. So instead of looking at the algorithm or these platforms as the enemy, you need to start thinking about the person that you're making the content for. When you do that, it doesn't mean that your content is going to hit every time, because even when you position yourself as valuable, even if your content is entertaining, inspiring, or educational, 1, people might still not like it, and 2, even if they do like it, it still might not perform as well as you would want it to. The next way to build a profitable brand is to be polarizing. Your need to be liked is keeping you stuck I'm broke. When I first started creating content over 6 years ago, I was very scared of being cancelled, saying the wrong things and not being liked. So I kept it very vanilla. In fact, I didn't even speak over on Instagram. I just posted photos and text on screen videos. And on YouTube, my videos were very generic. How to be more productive, how to be more confident, typical personal development kind of content. But I remember when soft life started to be a trend and I thought, oh, this is a bit of me. And I wanted to share my perspective of slow living and femininity. And that video went viral for my channel at the time. And I just assumed it was because soft life was a trend at the time. But there was so many people who were making soft life videos and they were not performing as well as my video. And it's because I had a hot take or a polarizing view that a lot of people were either agreeing with or disagreeing with. And that was the light bulb moment for me, because I realized that you could be talking about the same thing as everybody else because there's nothing new under the sun, but your perspective, your hot take is what is going to set you apart from everybody else. Even the title of this video, I could have said how to build a personal brand, but I said if you're pretty, you need to build a personal brand. That's my hot take, that beauty is currency and women need to leverage their beauty and visibility to make money the feminine way. So I know something that's quite difficult to share your hot takes or polarizing views, especially when you're starting out, because I personally don't know if I would have had the confidence to do that myself at the beginning of my own journey. But it's something that I want you to keep in mind. I want you to actually write down your hot takes, your polarizing views, the different perspectives that you have on the things that you talk about. That after a while of posting online and becoming more confident about being visible, you will then take those takes, those ideas, and start talking about them online. Because the moment that I started sharing my hot takes, my platform started growing, my community started growing, and I started attracting more opportunities. It's not that every post has to be a hot take, but when you sprinkle in hot take content now and again, this is also what makes you stand out and build authority and become known for that take. If you have a thought or a belief that's not going to hurt anybody or a group of people, you need to stand on it and you need to say it with conviction. The next way to build a profitable personal brand is something that no one talks about. You need to build something of your own that no one can take away from you. Social media, as we all know, is a rented place. We've all seen it time and time again. Platforms coming and going. TikTok is on the ropes. Is it gonna stay? Is it gonna go? Fighting with algorithms, having to think about new ideas constantly. It's exhausting and it's not sustainable. Social media is a vehicle, should never be the end goal. And again, this doesn't mean that you need to have something to sell. The beauty about visibility is that it creates opportunities for you to create your own product or service. When you have attracted and grown an audience, they will tell you what you should sell. The comments that they leave under your posts, the comments that they share and save, questions and conversations that you have in the DMs, they are literally telling you their problem and that you have the solution to their problem. You have to be able to read in between the lines, to follow the patterns, to be able to decipher and discern what people are saying without actually saying. Because once you have done all these steps and you're showing up consistently and authentically, your audience will become potential customers and they will invest in every product or service that you come out with if it aligns with your personal brand. That way, if you decide, I don't want to be on social media anymore, or the social media platform no longer exists, not only will you have your audience with you, you will have a way of making money that's not dependent on a platform or brands. Because don't let anybody lie to you. Income from platforms and brands is very consistent. So you create consistent, sustainable income by building your own business. Don't forget to join the Visible and Paid Society if you want ongoing help and accountability for building your own personal brand and monetizing your visibility. All the details to join will be linked in the description box down below. Like this video if you want to see more videos on femininity and money. Subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye, lovelies.